All right, well, hello and welcome back as we are getting ready here for the fourth and final game of the night. As we are going to have the Louden Lynx up against the Denver Apex. Both teams sitting at 2 and 3, only one spot separating them in the standings. As also, it is both teams on a one game losing streak, as both got a win just 2 weeks ago, but then ended up losing last week. Although I think the win's a bit more impressive for Loudon. Looking over then at our weekly schedule, now 3 games played following Daytona notching their 4 game win. Also, every scoreline has been represented, and there's one upset to go alongside the two favorites winning. Looking then at our standings, you can see Daytona for the moment alone at 6-0, although Inchin will have a chance to join them tomorrow night. Then Boston waiting 1 game behind that, Madison below them. Then Bedford at 3-3, waiting to see which of these teams will join them at that score. Vancouver down at 1-4 will try to reach 2-4 and tie one of these teams. And then it's KC and Buffalo down at 0-6 on the brink of being locked to the play-in, although technically not there yet, I do believe. But I mean, they're essentially out, or not out, they're essentially locked to that bottom 4, and that'll probably happen almost certainly next week. But hey, we'll have to get there. Then, of course, as you can see at the top, it is Daytona, the first team to clinch, and so there's 1 of 6 spots locked in. Moving down to the scenarios, as I just mentioned, Daytona will be in because of their win just a little bit earlier in the night. Then Inchin will play tomorrow night, and they'll have a chance to be the second team to secure their spot. And those will be the only two, because Madison and Boston will not clinch this week. Madison because they lost, and then on top of that, Boston because Bedford ended up winning, which X'd out that second condition, which both of these teams needed. Moving then down to our stats, Pinky and Gavin are the key players, with a 4 stats led for Pinky and also 4 for Gavin, although both have a tie involved. It's a tie for shots between Pinky and Dishonored, with goals and shot percentage also going to Dishonored. And it's a tie for goals between Gavin and T-Mac, with shot percentage and demos also going to him. Looking at the team averages, they are completely in favor of Loudon, although generally pretty close. For example, 7.7 versus 7.6 in the shots column. Okay, that was a lot, but moral of the story, Daytona clinched, congrats to them. Inchin can clinch if they win tomorrow. No other teams will clinch this week. Boston and at least Boston, probably Madison will have a chance to clinch next week, but I'll look deeper into that probably tomorrow night, if not Saturday, after all the games have concluded. In this matchup, I think this is a very close one. I think I'm going to go a game 5, but I think I'm going to go Loudon. If you asked me this game preseason or after like 2-3 weeks, I would have gone Denver, and I would have been fairly confident in it. But watching the gameplay and seeing how these teams have looked, Loudon have looked better. They're the team who took down Boston and got themselves a big win. And they are the team that has just been ahead of Denver for the majority of the season. So I think this is a very close one. I could see this one going the other way, but I'm agreeing with Lynx, and I'm going Loudon in 5 games. That I'm favoring Loudon, but I still think it's a pretty good matchup. And so I could see it being more one-sided. I could see it going the other way. But we're going to predict a close game in that direction, as we do have both of our teams in, but we do still need one person to leave, so that, of course, we don't have any subs in the lobby. And so as soon as that happens, as it just has, we will jump right into it. Game number 1 here. It'll be Loudon in blue, Denver in orange. Hoping for a good series. We'll see if we see it. Won't be any clinches on the line here, but both these teams really wanting this win because the winner will be in the top 6 And the loser will be on the outside looking in, at least for the moment. Of course, 3 weeks to go after this one. So at the 2/3 mark, nothing confirmed for either of these sides, but in a matchup against a team that you might very possibly be tied against later down the line, you certainly would like to get this win now. Pitt, it's the second time it's happened tonight, and we don't need to talk about it. This one dropping down again. Pinky waiting under it, looking for a play, which, by the way, it is uncanny how similar the Pixel and Prism schedules are. Even though the records don't exactly match up, like, again, it's, one is playing, now it's a bit of a difference. One in Prism played a middle, like, upper middle team, while one in Pixel played a lower team. But then 2 is playing a lower team that matters for their clinching scenario. Or, okay, not exactly, but I'm like trying to go too similar. Basically, there's a top 2 that are undefeated. One of them is playing a team that doesn't affect their clinch, although why that is different. And the other one is playing a lower team that does affect their clinch. Then 3 is playing 4 in Pixel and almost 4, but ended up being 5 in Prism. Then 6 are playing up against the team ranked in 7th place. Got to make sure to separate those numbers as much as possible. Like, there's so many similar storylines between these two leagues, even though these standings are quite different at this point. Especially Prism, every team has won a series, and the story of the league is ties, because there's only one team that is not tied with anyone else, and that's Lincoln in 3rd. Because there are 2 teams at 6-0, 3 teams at 3-3, and 4 teams at 1-5. Pixel, meanwhile, the last series that sent KC down to 0-6, which was the 3rd game of the week, was the first one to provide a tie. And of course, we're guaranteed at least one more here, because one of these teams will tie Bedford at 3-3, but it's weird. It's weird where the standings are at, as this one drops in, but it's a great save by Pinky. Might need more. Mew tries to keep it away, and it ends up there, a shot. By the way, we didn't really mention it in the pregame. Mew, going to be the new player here for Louden, coming over as a trade from Buffalo, as they ended up bringing in Louis. So that was a 1-for-1 player exchange there, as Louden feeling good as a team, but it seems still willing to change their roster. Only sitting at 2-3, trying to take that next step and take down some of those upper echelon teams. Of course, they have the win over Boston, which I've mentioned several times, but Daytona and Incheon seem like they're at least a level above that still, at least for the moment. So, you know, always got to make your team stronger if you can, or if you feel that you can. Dishonored, they're not going to connect on this one, as we are down towards 90 seconds left to go here. Still no goals on the board just yet, as we've seen a lot of chances for both sides. But as soon as I acknowledge it, it gets changed. Luigi just bangs it from the midfield. Dishonored can't get up in time. And it's 1-0 Denver. First blood over to Luigi and the Apex. Dropping down again, T-Mac a pinch over towards the side. Pinkyo can't behind it, but he's demoed off it. Gavin now from the right wall. Shot down, it's off the bar. This one passed back across. Pinky will send it long downfield. Now around the outside, Gavin not going to get much on that one. Now around again. Mew trying to drop this one down. Now it'll be Luigi to play it away. Pinky's shot cleared away. 50 seconds left to go. Still a 1-0 lead, as by the way, we always call it out. We have a bit of a uniform going on for Louden, as Pinky and Mew are both in the old Ghost Gaming decals. Dishonored not in it as well, but hey, a majority still matters. Pinky trying to center this one across. It's Mew in the air, and it's Mew for the goal. He had a goalie up to defend the shot, but he just drops it under him. That bump looks like it helped out as well. And with 29 on the clock, exactly 1 minute after the first goal, it is Louden who get one back and tie things up. There's a miss though, but the shot will be missed as well. Down into the corner again, Gavin letting it go. Now down towards the corner, Mew trying to pass it back. Gavin following it up, following it, flick downfield. That one dunked off the back wall. Now popped away again, T-Mac around the outside. Mew another one down the sideline, won't connect on it. It drops, and we have overtime in game number 1. Mew trying to go off the back wall. Dishonored is there. It's up high. Pinky now on it next. Towards the back wall again. Bouncing around. Gavin trying to get control of it. Mew now down towards the net. T-Mac will get the save up. Luigi trying to wait under it. Lynx, I'd kind of be surprised if you guys can clinch next week. But, I mean, I'll look into it. As this one's dropping down. Because keep in mind, at the very least, hold on, we'll get to that in a second, because Gavin calls game. 2-1. Just another midfield roller that finds its way all the way through, and the Apex are one ahead. They will have the advantage in the series as they'll manage to actually get outshot 9-8. But hey, they'll get that extra goal, and that is what matters the most. And they'll be the ones with the early lead here. And so it really falls now to Louden that obviously they got a goal, but I feel like their defense or their offense was really lacking in that game. They managed to somehow get more shots than Denver, but you don't remember many of them. And the one that went through was with 30 seconds left, and that was it for the game. And so as we load in for game number 2, we'll see if we can see more offense and more of a fight out of Louden, as we are going to see the exact same rosters battling here. So going to Lynx, I mean, the first thing I can say, keep in mind, there are 3 weeks left to play, and the loser of this series will only be 1 game behind you. And so, obviously, you win, they lose, as there you go, another shot to Gavin. And it's 1-0 again. As it'll go the way of Denver, only 25 seconds in, as is the trend following an overtime, even if it wasn't the longest one. As now, it's an early lead here for the Apex yet again. We'll see if Louden can find a response. So it's going to come down to if I can look at it and say, for example, if Denver lose this series, if you have a very good, like, there's 0 way they can win a head-to-head tiebreaker there. Yeah, I unfortunately couldn't stream that one, Hallow. I mean, I get a break at least. 3rd straight week with a quadruple header. I didn't have to stream one of the games. I'll kind of take it, but, you know. I think Vice and Cozy did a pretty good job still. This one's around the outside. Dishonor dropping it in, but unfortunately can't get out of the way. It was a good center. It was a good setup, but the shot is blocked by Dishonored. Again, just momentum does what it does sometimes. And that is just unlucky. Yeah, I mean, he didn't stream a replay for several minutes, you know? He wasn't audible for about 2 games. So, you know. I mean, I tuned in. I guess I didn't say anything, but I feel like chat probably could have said something before that. But at the very least, Vice was doing 90% of the casting, and he was definitely audible, so... This one now towards the back wall. Pinch off the bar. Dishonored gets beat to it. Follow-up Mew blocked away. Pinky now in the air. T-Mac gets it away. Luigi up. Shot forward. Pinky will block it out. Gavin in next. But it's blocked wide. Yeah. I mean, Craney, if you win and they lose, or if you win and the loser of this game loses, okay, hold on. There you go. Luigi adds one more. So every time we try to talk about league-wide, someone scores. And this time it's going to be Luigi, as he just kind of beats them all, manages to walk that one through. And so as we approach halfway, it's now 2-0. So assuming the loser of this game loses next week, and Vancouver lose one of the next 2 weeks, which they probably lose tomorrow night, then you would be 2 games ahead of both of those teams with 2 games to play. And so it comes down to, is there a way that either it's guaranteed that 4 teams would have 6 losses? Or, 6 losses, because that would clinch you. Or there is absolutely zero way a tiebreaker could eliminate you. And given there are 2 weeks left, it's possible I could look into that. But especially if the team is Louden, since you haven't played them, I'm going to say probably not. If it's Denver, I'd have to look at it. Depends, again, you play Louden, so maybe you could lose that, and that would be a bad tiebreaker for you. So there are a lot of reasons I'm going to say I don't think the 3-win teams can clinch next week. I think it'll just be Boston and Madison up there, but I'll look into it. And it's the same for Prism. Even though it's probably a bit easier in Prism, but at the same time harder. So, and this one cleared forward. Dishonored down. Gavin blocks it away. Now out off the sidewall. T-Mac trying to get it away as there are 90 seconds left to play here, and it's still a 2-0 lead. This one downfield now. Gavin, it's open, and it's 3. Okay, fun fact. As, of course, we'll look at this one. He just walks it downfield, walks it in. Prism will have clinch scenarios next week because the bottom 4 are all tied at 1 and 5, and not a single one of them plays each other. And so they could all lose. And so that means there might be an easier way for one of the 3 teams to clinch. But at the very least, if the 3 and 3 teams win and all 4 1 and 5 teams lose, they would clinch. So that is possible at the very least. As this one's forward, Mew will block it away off the bar. Now centered across. Dishonored will try to get it away, but he doesn't have boost and he can't connect. Now up the left wall again. Also, I mean, I'm now looking at the chat again. Yeah, Crane, you guys do play Void. So yeah, they'd be guaranteed to lose one of the next 2 weeks. So yeah, you control that at least. But again, I just think, tiebreaker-wise and stuff, I don't think you'll be able to clinch next week, but I'll have to look into it. As Dishonored drops this one in. I'll have at least all of Saturday if I need to look deeper into things, because the week concludes Friday, but we'll see. As that one will just beat everyone, but it's wide off the post. Ultimately, it won't really matter. 3-0. Denver look clean in game number 2, and they are 1 away from a series win, and they are on match point after 2 games. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to look at it, obviously. My guess? I mean, if my first guess, as I didn't look at the shots, I'll look at it on ball chasing, and I'll get it to you probably at the beginning of this game, or at the beginning of the next game. My guess would be it's possible that there's a way for it to be mathematically confirmed, but it's quite also possible that I will not see that because you got to look way too deep into a bunch of matchups. And so I'm just going to say it would have to rely on tiebreakers, and I can't confidently say that, and so they're going to wait until week 8. But again, with 2 weeks left to go, it's much more likely I might be able to look into that. As, okay, we are going to go ahead and reset. I didn't put a question mark. I said we all good, but I didn't put a question mark. I think we have everyone in. Okay. I think someone didn't join or joined the wrong team. And so we're just going to do that. I'm going to make sure Louden are ready, and then we'll go. Fortunately, this time, no one touched it. No one got any points. And so it'll be a clean reset with no headache for Jay. And so we resume. Game number 3 underway, but for real. As Louden back up against the wall, rushes in, and it's Pinky to get the first goal. Louden are on the board. I believe that might just be their first lead of the series. That is a clean finish by Pinky. By the way, in that game number 2, the shots was in favor of Denver, and it will be 10-8 in their favor. So pretty close. But, of course, they got the more goals, which will be what matters. I mean, Lynx, you definitely have a good bit of drama. I think that's what he's talking about. For Lemon as well. But, yeah. It's worked out well enough. Now Mew trying to play it forward. Luigi will jump up. He'll knock down to the corner where T-Mac's already waiting. T-Mac now the cut. It'll get by Mew again. T-Mac pass back. Gavin in the air. Rush will get the touchdown. Now Luigi around looking for another touch. It'll be Pinky on it next. Now up in the air again. That'll fall down into the corner. Gavin gets the boost and gets the touch, and now he'll have a bit of time, but it quickly runs out as Rush dunks it back in. Now played forward again. That one on target, but played wide. As now this 150 right back in. Dropping down off the post. No one really there. Down the sideline again. Rush. Trying to get it downfield. He'll stay behind it. T-Mac will be the next one on it. Pinky now up around the corner again. Gavin will get the touchdown to the side. You now lose out on that 50. Rush trying to play it forward. It'll be T-Mac waiting under it. He'll pop it up to the right side. Rush is already waiting there. He'll take it away. T-Mac is saved back into the corner, but Pinky's there to look for a recenter. Now just a touch out from the back wall. Gavin will get it away. Now dropping down again. Rush. Still waiting under it. Now down off the ceiling again. T-Mac bouncing ball in. Gavin is true. 1-1. A high bouncing ball that Gavin spikes down. No one is there to save it. And so just under 3 minutes left to play. And we are tied at 1. Luigi now trying to go. Goes for a musty, but won't get anything on it. Rush trying to control, but T-Mac gets the dunk. Gavin thinking about going. Luigi also turning in, though, and he'll be the one to get the touch out as that 50 goes wide. Well played by Mew. Now up in the air again. T-Mac looking for the pass across. One diving in, but Pinky's going to get it out to the side. Gavin, though, on it. Looking to play it across. Dropping back down. Mew will bounce it away. I guess the question just then to how was your movie? This one towards net. Gavin will block it out towards the corner. Pinky trying to close it down. Gavin just going to slow it down and cut around him, though. Now a flick forward. T-Mac on it. T-Mac scoring. Gavin on the assist. He pops it up. T-Mac sends it home. Mew left alone. Just a bad momentum jump. And he's left with no chance at it. And so with 2 minutes left to go, Denver are leading. And it's 2 minutes left for Louden on the brink of getting swept. Mac trying to follow it into the corner. He doesn't have a lot of boost. He'll get the center across. Now dropping down. Rush won't connect towards a clear. Now over to the other corner. Gavin around. He'll look for a pass out, but no one really there for it. Leaving it off to T-Mac. T-Mac a dunk up into the corner. It'll bounce back down. Pinky now following it up. This one dropping down as it's brought up the right wall. Pinky now won't connect on that one either. T-Mac trying to send it downfield. Has a shot. But this time, Mew will be able to get there. Although he gets bumped, that'll make things really awkward. T-Mac trying to center it out, dropping down again. Rush will get it off the sidewall. Gavin up next. Shot down. Mew there, but it gets over him. Fortunately, no one really there. Around the corner again. Rush trying to follow it downfield. Final minute here. Gavin just can't make the play. Rush gets another equalizer. Gavin got that boost, but just kind of kills his momentum. It might have been tough to reach either way, but in the end, not able to get there. And so we are at parity with 1 minute left to go. Luigi trying to bang it down. Pinky, a wayward touch, but Mew's able to cut across to it. Now over towards the right side. It'll bounce away again. I do appreciate that it's the Louden Lynx playing, and the chat is just debating about Lynx's season as a manager, but not of Louden. Because, of course, we do have the Louden Lynx, and we have Lynx, the manager of Bedford. Very different and also separate. As Pinky blocks this one up off the left side. And so the chat are all talking about Lynx, but not the team that's playing. Mew dropping it down off the back wall. It'll be Gavin with a big send downfield. That'll get by one. Gavin the pass back. T-Mac catch. He'll look to slow it down. Now he'll cut forward, but it's played the other way by Mew. Pinky already up. He'll control it down to the corner where Luigi will pick it up, and now it's Rush to dive in. High off the back wall. Mew going off the corner. That one up high for now, but it's dropping down. It will reach the floor. And for the second time this series, we are headed to overtime. Denver are 1 goal away from a win, but Louden potentially 1 away from forcing a game 4. This one now popped forward. It's dunked out off the back wall. Rush trying to dive in. He will score. And we head on to game number 4. Rush subs in, and clearly it was a pretty good choice because Louden will benefit off it with a game win to keep themselves alive. They will get outshot 9-6. But, well, no, I'm lying. Well, I'm just looking at the wrong teams for no reason. They will outshoot them 9-6, and they'll get that extra goal in the end. And so I believe we've had 4 series, and none of them have been sweeps, right? Arcadia took a game. Then the second one, I think... Did Calgary lost a game? Did Calgary lose a game? I'll get this game started, then I'll look back at that. I think they did. I'm pretty confident they did. And they, in fact, did. So every game before this point tonight has been a 3-1. Will it keep up? Or will we go all the way to game number 5 as we load in game number 4? Louden get one back there in Urban Central, but how will they fare in the Coliseum? Well, Rush is looking pretty good, I could say that for sure. Bang up off the bar, double down. Luigi not able to make the tough read, and so again following in overtime, it only takes 5 seconds. And Louden are on the board with first blood here in game number 4. Off the left wall here, Mew trying to play it down. Pinky is there, and Pinky has the goal. I just noticed the Ghost Gaming decal, the Ghost Gaming goal explosion, and the banner to match. But the goal is what matters most here. As Pinky, just a strong shot. Too much for, I think it was Gavin on the line to block. And so that doubles the lead. That should have been a shot. T-Mac makes it right. Off the kickoff, it bounces off the sidewall. It would have been a free look for Luigi. He can't put it on target, but T-Mac helps him out, and it bounces its way through. And so only 27 seconds in, it's already 2-1. Still in favor of Louden, but a whole lot closer than it looked like it was going to be following that second goal going in. Everyone quite far forward here for Denver, but there's no one to punish them for Louden. And so they might still get a shot out of it. They might still get a goal out of it, but it's great defense by the Lynx. 2 big saves there will keep the line clean and keep this one still a 1-goal game instead of a tied one. This one now played across. It'll be Luigi chasing it. Rush, that boost spawning just a second too late. They'll have to leave it off to Pinky, but Pinky plays it well. Now on the outside again, Rush waiting under it. Pop up, following it off the backboard. Pass across, no one is there. Now around again, Gavin following it. He'll look for the pass out. Dropping down, T-Mac gets it off the back wall. Popped up again, Luigi a floater. Mew pops it up in the air. No one will jump for a shot until T-Mac will jump in, but he won't connect on it. That'll force Gavin to reset a bit. He'll get a flick over one. Rush now a touch out, but it's just a center to Luigi. Gavin up to the ceiling. This will drop back down. Luigi will miss. T-Mac will put it off target. Denver will not get a shot, and they will stay trailing. But this game has been all Apex so far. This one's down to the corner. It's a bump on T-Mac that opens up a little bit of space. Pinky will try to get it around. Another bump on the line, but Luigi with plenty of time as he'll get that one away. Rush now another 50 down into the corner. Gavin looking to get the touch out. Waiting under it for the air dribble. Now up in the air again. Mew letting it drop. One shot down, a rush off the left wall. T-Mac looking for another one. It'll get dunked up towards the ceiling. Now Mew waiting under it. This one popped off the back wall. T-Mac lets it go. Pinky off the left side again. Rush diving in. Not going to get anything there. Now Mew on it. Off the corner. Pop up. Floating across. It's Rush to drop it in. 2 minutes left to go. Louden are up by 2 again, as it's the second of the game for Rush. A lot of time left to play, but it's another big advantage for Louden. Rush now clear downfield. Pinky will look for it. He'll get it to bounce down off the ceiling, but his second touch kind of clears it into the corner. You're now not able to get anything productive out of that. T-Mac going the other way. Popped up, still going towards the blue net. Gavin a finesse touch, but it's a little bit wide. Now played away again. Luigi up towards the ceiling, dropping back down. T-Mac diving, but Mew's on it first. Now off the right wall. This one will bounce forward. Cleared forward by Luigi, but Pinky able to get there, and he'll get a second touch to beat Gavin as well, as Rush may be open, but the touch goes wide. Gavin now on it next. This one bouncing away. Gavin guiding it down, but it's saved by Pinky. Rush plays it to the side. Musty, but no double. Might have gotten a little bit too fancy. But if he hit it, it would have been 6, so we respect it. Team's up by 2 anyway, might as well. Now down off the right side again, dropping down, off the backboard, popped up high, T-Mac scores it. And once again, Denver will not go quietly. They get another one back. 50 seconds left to go. And it is once again a 1-goal lead. This one now dropping down. T-Mac waiting with it. Mew down towards the corner. Luigi trying to track it down. Rush will pinch it up. Now bouncing back around. Luigi trying to drop it down. It's off the back wall. Bouncing out to Mew. Mew scores his first of the game. And it's 4-2. yet another 2-goal lead. And that might be the one that ices it here for the Lynx. I mean, we've seen Denver respond enough that I'm not quite calling game, but that should be the dagger, as Pitt calls out. Only 20 seconds left to go. We need to see a goal here. Gavin won't get the double. The follow-up is wide. Gavin diving again. It's high. Gavin for a third. High again. But T-Mac finally finds the mark. 10 seconds to go. It is 4-3. A hat trick to T-Mac. And it's far-fetched, but it's technically alive. Pinky dunked by Luigi around the corner. Luigi, no one to receive. Gavin tries. Mew gets it away. And Louden force game number 5. They close it out with a 4-3 here in the final game. Well, nope, in this penultimate game, as this time they will truly get outshot 10-7, but they will close it out with a 4-3 win. And so the first 3 games of the night end in the Coliseum, except for the first game, which ended in Urban Central because the map order was switched, but it was a 4-game series. Now, though, Louden are not satisfied to go down that easy. They push it all the way from 2-0 down to tied at 2. A reverse sweep bid, but it's still a tall task to get the last one. Will they get it done, or will Denver close it out as we load in to Champions Field? Early save made by Gavin. Pinky's follow-up saved away again. 5-3 is a crazy prediction. Luigi now just gonna bang it down into the corner. Pinky, off his respawn, I believe, able to dive across and get to that one for a clear, but now Gavin just rolls it right back the other way. Gavin following it up. Mew knocks it away. T-Mac trying to get there, but Mew another good pop-up. This one could get a bit awkward, though, as Pinky drops down under with a good fake. Rush now beats everyone, needs a center, has it, and it might be a goal. Pinky's the one to secure it. Louden have the early lead. Rush rolls it across. T-Mac would have barely gotten there, but Pinky won't let him be the hero. He dunks it back in anyway. And 42 seconds in, it is Louden that have the lead with first blood here in the deciding game. Down to Gavin again. He'll bang it off the post, just didn't have an angle to shoot it. Now playing it forward. This one dropped down, popped off the back wall. Rush to the right side. Gavin to the ceiling. Rush will play it away again. Pinky now off the right wall. Another one doubled out towards center. Rush will chase it down. He'll go for a dribble. He'll go even with T-Mac. Mew might get there first, and he will. Looking to follow it up in the air, but it gets real awkward real quick. And they'll run out of boost and lose the 50. Pinky, though, another good bang, and it just goes in. Pinky makes it 2. 3:30 left to go, but it's Pinky from the midfield. A floater. And the Lynx have a multi-goal lead. As maybe 3, but it's a good diving effort by Gavin, who of course has switched into a Fennec, trying to change things up here for the final game. Rush slowing it down, bouncing it downfield. Gavin now off the side again. Pinky to Rush, but no final touch. And so Denver will survive. Still working its way the wrong way, but Pinky's the first to get there. T-Mac now gets the boost, but gets beat to the ball as Luigi drops this one down low. T-Mac already on it, out off the corner. Luigi cleared away by Mew. And no clean read, looking for it. Now played across, Rush getting a little bit awkward on that one, but gets a favorable 50 against his teammate and manages to get it downfield. Now waiting under it, big demo could open up some speed for the Lynx. That one's off the back wall though, no one there to follow. As now Rush is left backing up. T-Mac shot, Mew gets a save, and Gavin's effort is blocked as well. Under half the game left to go here. And it's still a 2-0 shutout advantage for the Lynx. Plenty of a chance for Denver, but they need to turn it on here soon, or else it'll just get out of their reach. Rush now looking for another one. It's popped off the back wall. Pinky trying to get it away. Gavin downfield. Mew up the right wall. Dropping back down. Shot forward, but it's blocked out off the side. Now 50 down. T-Mac needs it, but it's blocked away by Pinky. Could have been a breakaway, but without boost, he wasn't quite fast enough. Pinky makes the big play, and it's starting to look up for Louden. 85 seconds left to go. Their lead is still untouched, and it's now up to 3. Mew gets the shot through. As it's centered out by Rush. T-Mac, you understand the panic, but it does not work out for him. And it is 3-0 Louden with 80 seconds left to play. And this one feels all but over. I want to say the second reverse sweep of the season on the cards here. I mean, do Denver have the other one, by the way? Is that where we're at? I don't remember exactly. I think there's only been one. There have been a couple attempted reverse sweeps that have gotten to game 5. I believe only one has been completed, but it's sure looking like 2. As Mew just gets this one popped to him by Pinky. He pops it up higher himself. Gavin tries, but doesn't have the momentum. And so with 46 seconds left to go, it's all coming up Louden. A shutout so far. They have made up the early goal deficit as they're currently outscoring them 12-10 on the series. This one pinched off the right side. Rush is on it. He'll put it up to the ceiling. Dropping back down. Mew is on it. It's high. Bouncing back out. Gavin will get it downfield. 20 seconds left to go. A chance for a goal here. As it's bouncing down, Mew will play it wide. And there is simply not enough time left in the game. Mew will just stop, waste away the clock, kill it to 0. And as the ball finds the ground, it is a reverse sweep for the Louden Lynx. They improved to 3-3, and they knock Denver down to 2-4. They outshoot them 14-5 in the final game, and it is dominance to claim their 3rd win of the season. Looked rough in the early stages there. Pretty easy to say that. It looked rough. But the end is what matters most. They get the win. Their game diff, not going to go up as much as they maybe would have liked. You know, you always would like to see something a bit more one-sided, but that's not what's going to happen here, as we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Louden, a 3-2 win. A bit of a reverse sweep here. How's it feel to be back to 3-3?
Good.
Fucking fantastic.
Amen to that.
I mean, it looked rough to start this series. Obviously, the sub comes through with Rush, which probably helped, but just in general, what was the switch up? What made the difference there? Because it was really a tale of two series.
Um, I don't know. I think we had fun and fuck Dishonored,
Mm,
to put it nicely.
Bro,
Okay.
I just couldn't do anything. The one shot I blocked, I fucking blocked mute. I was like, oh,
Dude,
I
you
just needed
saved my
out,
shot.
dude.
I
The
was like, oh
fucking,
no.
it was just a bad. Like, if I'd stayed, it was just gonna be bad any longer.
I just took PEDs before the game.
okay.
We're
Okay.
good. Yeah, we're good, man. Just don't drug test me after this.
No, Pinky, I don't know if
But,
you
yeah.
have Twitch chat open. It seems you have a fan club immediately.
Why?
As Frightened, Craney, and
What
Pit
is
Cop all said, Pinky, I love
the
you.
fuck?
And Craney is apparently holding up a banner begging you to recognize him.
Okay, love you, Craney. By the way, fuck Pit Cop for saying
okay.
he wants us to downfall. Like, he doesn't want us winning. I
He
read
did-
that earlier.
He did go pretty much all in on you guys, though, and he did win it. So
Oh, did he?
he bet
Oh,
100K
then
on
love
you.
you, Pit Cop. Holy shit.
So
Welcome,
Pick
pick
up.
up.
in this
Remember the
series,
small
at least,
people.
he was rooting for you.
Okay, so we did the reverse sweep just to scare Pit Cop for his points.
Yeah, that
That's
was your
why.
revenge, I think.
Yeah. I just had to give him a heart attack.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, you guys had the sub, and we said all that. Did you guys expect the reverse sweep? Did you think it was possible, or were you guys kind of worried after that game too?
Never worried. Never
Yeah,
worried.
I wasn't entirely worried.
We could have lost.
Gavin's
that
their
last
main
one, that
player,
wouldn't have
so we just kept him on lock. So sorry, T-Mac, and sorry, Luigi, but you're not scary compared to Gavin. So we just kind of had to keep Gavin under control in a nice way.
Cranny, we're throwing you a T-shirt in the.
Yeah, T-shirt cannon to Craney.
But at point blank.
Yeah,
yeah.
at point blank, yes.
He still gets a
But-
T-shirt, but
He doesn't get any time to react to it.
so, I mean, first off, I'll ask. Next week, you guys are slated to play up against Buffalo. How do you feel about that matchup?
We get to face Louis, my
Yep.
favorite Mexican. So
Yep.
I love that guy. But we're gonna sweep you.
Okay. Like to hear the confidence. Now, on a bit of a broader level, you guys are now 3-3.
know.
One win ahead of 7th place, which is currently Denver at 2-4. 3 weeks left to play. Are you guys making top 6 directly?
Oh yeah. What do we have? We just have Void and
You have
Bulldogs, right?
so you play Buffalo, Vancouver, Bedford. Yep.
Sweet. Yeah. I think so. And then we're gonna take, what is it, 4th place spot? No, it'd be 3rd place. No.
You're
Is it 4th or
currently
5th?
6th,
Where Bedford is.
tied for 5th. So you're
Tied for 5th.
realistically playing for 5th, maybe 4th, because Madison have a tough schedule. Well,
Oh, true,
they have a tough
true,
game.
true. So,
So there's a chance for 4th, but
if
especially because you
Madison
lost
keeps
to them,
not
it's
playing defense.
unlikely, I'd say, but possible.
True. Yeah, if Madison keeps not playing defense, I think we got 4th, but we're taking 5th over Lynx's team.
Okay.
We're gonna beat him week 8. Cause fuck Craney. Love him. Oh, and Freyan. Screw that whole team.
It is week 9, by the way. That's your last
Oh,
week.
9, whatever.
Same difference.
I'm tired.
Yeah. And I think I can let you go then, because I think that's all I have for you guys. So congratulations on the big win, and good luck next week.
Thank you, Doggo. Love you.
All right, and that does it for a pretty long night of games. No sweeps, 3 game 4s, and a game 5, which this one technically included a game 4, but I mean, where the series ended. You get it. As that does it, so Louden pick up a massive win, and that will probably benefit Bedford, as Bedford have beaten Denver. They had not yet beat Louden, and so I think it's much more possible for them and therefore, because of this, Louden to maybe be able to clinch over them next week. But I'm still, like I said, I'm going to have to look into it because I'm not feeling great about it. But that will all be determined for next week's streams, as there is one game left to go in week number 6, and that is Incheon versus Vancouver tomorrow night at 10:30. Your final score here, one last time, Louden 3, Denver 2, as Louden take the big win to get themselves back to 500. But that does it for tonight, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night to wrap up week number 6.